Hello and welcome to our Navy SBIR Transition Program Tech Talk. I am Dr. Kalyan Gupta, the president and founder of Knexus Research Corp. I am excited to talk to you about our ONR SBIR effort called Continuous Interactive Learners for Mission Planning, CILEMP for short. Let me begin by telling you a bit about us. We are Knexus Research Corp, operating from our offices in National Harbor, Maryland, for the past 15 years. Oops, actually 16 years. Time flies when you're having fun. We just celebrated our 16th anniversary. Look us up on the web at nexusresearch.com. Just remember to put the K before N when you type in your web address. We conduct basic and applied research in AI, machine learning, invent and innovate to deliver world-class decision automation for your most challenging problems. We are a passionate bunch who like to bang our heads together on really hard problems of decision automation. No matter how hard they are, we eventually crack them and craft lasting solutions that measurably outperform the state of the art. We have 6 patents and over 120 peer-reviewed technical publications to back this up. We have been doing this for our nation's premier R&D agencies: Office of Naval Research, IARPA, DARPA, Naval Research Labs, Census Bureau, and NIST are just some names I can drop on you. Now we are stepping up to take our inventions out of the lab, 5 PhDs holding wire, so to speak, and looking to make into robust, scalable solutions that warfighters can operate and save lives. We believe that we can give our customers a big leg up on their competition and adversaries. For example, we are transitioning one of our SBIR products to PMS 495, Navy's Mine Warfare Office, where task group commanders will have the ability to generate and evaluate multiple courses of action in minutes as opposed to days. Now, let me tell you what this SBIR CILEMP is about. What does the Navy want? The short answer is machine learning methods for acquiring and updating planning models. Let me unpack this for you. The Navy thought it's all well and good that they now have AI-based operation planning tools for applications such as mine countermeasures planning. This makes lives of group commanders a bit saner. That is, by computing pretty good plan options in minutes, they do not have to wait for a few days before they can make a decision. It also saves all the back and forth with their staff. However, another problem arises. It turns out that the planning models that the AI planning tools use can be hard to build and encode. What happens when the tactics and the doctrines change? What if the models are somewhat incomplete or wrong? What if we find that the models don't match what happens on the ground when the rubber meets the road, so to speak? So they thought, could machine learning be used to automate this? Fix and grow the models to do more than what we started with? Could we learn continuously and update the models as we found gaps and errors? If this were truly possible, then the AI tools could get smarter and smarter, that is, better at planning, and save a bundle over the life of the system. Save your arm and a leg, really. So the Navy asked us to do the following: research and develop algorithms that learn tactical performance models of assets and planning models that use them. They said, show us that this works consistently with complex operations such as mine countermeasures that use ships, boats, airplanes, undersea vehicles, and whatever else that moves. If you make this work, who would be interested in it, we asked. Transition targets, I mean. Well, for starters, it would be PMS 495, to who we are transitioning our AI planning system, another SBIR product that we talked about earlier. But others in the DoD could use it too, such as NAVAIR, Air Force, carrier deck planning, and so on. Continuously updating planning models, you say. Is this a hard problem? Yeah. This is as hard as it gets when it comes to learning planning models that work with numbers and continuous time and space for problems of the size that practically meets the Navy needs. No wonder this has not even been attempted yet. As I told you before, we are passionate about working on challenging problems like this one. So, we decided to give it our best shot and came up with the following solution idea. We proposed CILEMP, Continuous Interactive Learners for Mission Planning. We laid down an innovative, bold vision and an objective to meet what the Navy asked for. CILEMP will automatically fill in the knowledge gaps, fix errors, and verify it. We will use multi-strategy, parametrics, and structural learning to do this. What this really means is we will use half a dozen different machine learning techniques and make sure they work together in a clever way and chip away at the bigger, really hard problem. Please look at the graphic on this slide. It shows how CILEMP will work with the planner to collect plan success and failure data. Training data, and we'll learn over them to update the plan models. So, the next time the planner is used, it shall compute better plan options for the commander, one that matches more closely what his expert planning staff would do in such a situation. To drill this down further, CILEMP will, number one, clean up and tighten asset performance models on the field performance. Number two, it will figure out rules of thumbs, tactics, and preferences to break down complex missions into smaller bits and arrange them into plans. And three, it will do so without bothering the end user. It will just watch and keep track of how they interact with the planning system. How does all of this benefit the warfighter? Like I said before, the system will update itself. You would not need to call in an expensive modeler to update your models, nor would you have to wait 6 months or a year for an updated model. Furthermore, you could start from scratch and use this to build an entirely new planning applications. Right now, you throw away all the wargame interactions data. Imagine CILEMP learning from them and helping you outthink and outmaneuver your adversary. What have we accomplished so far, and what are our plans to get to the finish line? Well, the short answer is that we've already shown that we can learn plan model components from very few. Just about a dozen training examples. In machine learning terms, this is really very efficient. Hundreds and thousands of examples is what it typically takes. We have published our findings with unclassified data in 3 papers. One of them has gotten the best paper award. Despite all this technical progress, there are quite a few things to iron out and make this thing work for the Navy's real problems. We have completed our phase 2 base period and just started working on our options. We're working on developing an advanced technology concept demonstrator for CILEMP that performs non-interactive learning. Next, we will demonstrate this on at least 2 unclassified operational planning domains. We expect to go past TRL4 by late September of 2022. Thereafter, we'll work on fully interactive version. We will add more example applications in our test and evaluation plan, and we expect to hit TRL5 or higher at the end of calendar year 2023. We have made some headway with transition planning. For example, we have talked with our primary target, PMS 495, or MindNet Tactical Decision Support System. Individuals and organizations with credibility and weight are advocating for CILEMP and putting in a good word for us. For example, Office of Naval Research, Code 321, Ocean Engineering and Marine Systems. Office of Naval Research, Code 311, Machine Learning, Reasoning, and Intelligence, and the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Panama City, are all rooting for us. Here's our timeline and plan for moving toward transition. We're stepping up our engagement with PMS 495 this year to draft a Technology Deployment Agreement, or TDA, so that we can align our test and evaluation efforts in calendar year 23 and beyond. We really believe CILEMP technology could be a game changer, and transform planning automation. To enable this, we need help to take CILEMP technology products to secondary markets such as NAV MPS, Joint Mission Planning System, in various organizations such as Navier, Strike Systems, PMS 298, and so on. We believe the possibilities are endless. CLM applications are not limited to Department of Defense. Commercial and government and non-government organizations could significantly streamline their planning and realize benefits from it. FEMA, disaster recovery, humanitarian aid, oil and natural gas are some that I can think of. We believe we will need more funding and investments to make CLM all that it can be. We're thinking about second phase doing additional investments and partnerships with folks like you. We're aware of the technology transition chasm. We don't want CLM to be sitting on the shelf technology. We're asking for your help to take us by the hand and walk with us on the road to transition. Like I said, CILEMP is a potentially disruptive AI technology for which we see a broader market. We're looking for the following. Number one, we want your marketing and business development expertise and muscle to break down doors to secondary markets. Number two, we need your expertise to navigate the software integration and deployment that comes with deploying operating software. Most of all, we're looking for funding to help us take us to the phase 3 and beyond. Why should we partner with Knexus, you ask? I hate to sound like a broken record, but here it is again. I believe CILEMP could be a game-changing component of AI-powered planning automation. Secondly, we're a stellar team with a unique skill set and a track record for delivering high-risk, high-payoff technology. You will gain the first-mover advantage. Take the bull by the horns and be the best rodeo in town, so to speak. Thank you for listening to me for the past 10 minutes or so about CILEMP. We are Knexus, with a K before N in Nexus. We show the art of possible, but take it a step farther. We also make AI ML work for decision automation in the real world. Please come talk to us and see what we can do for you. Call me, text me, email me. Here's my info. See you soon.